Hi, I'm Aldi Keene. This is the Loyalty Research Center series on estimating enterprise value using customer loyalty. The first video in the series looked at just calculating enterprise value from customer loyalty. Takeaways were one, and if you use customer loyalty, you can get some very difficult figures like share of spend and retention. Those are critical, and customer loyalty helps you get those. You can combine them then with profit margin and discount factor to generate a lifetime customer value for each customer. Now, Lehman and Gupta showed you how to do this in valuing customers. Great book, great paper. Our wrinkle on this is if you break it out by loyalty segments, we call them loyal, neutral, vulnerable. If you break it out that way, you sharpen this calculation tremendously. Then you simply aggregate it by number of customer in each segment, and you've got segment value and enterprise value. That's what we did in video 1. Video 2, this video, we're going to show you how to use that in making some strategic decisions. So let's start. If we look at strategic decisions, what customer should we focus on? How should we grow our customer base? How can we use tools? Let's look at that. I want to look at a couple of different moves here. The first is, let's look at migrating customers from weaker to stronger. So you see here in the table, we have our typical loyalty profile, 30%, 50%, 20%, loyal, neutral, vulnerable. You see a customer value for each member, an average for the member in that segment, and then the number of customers in that segment. I'm going to make it easy, 300, 500, 200, 1,000 customers for this hypothetical entity. It results in an overall value of $32,500,000 for the enterprise. Hey, let's make the numbers easy. If you want to multiply it times 10 or 100, that's fine. You get the idea. Now let's look at what happens if I migrate vulnerables to neutral and neutral to loyal. Let's just keep our customer base the same and make it stronger. Migration initiatives, improvement initiatives. Let's look at our second table here. We see the number of customers as they were originally, the distribution. Now we're decreasing our vulnerables by 10%. Our neutrals are now 45% and our loyals 45%. Not unusual, not difficult, a focused strategy of improvement. What happens? Our enterprise value grows to $39,250,000, or a growth in enterprise value of 20.7%. Wow, that's significant enterprise value growth. And think about that. These migration strategies are typically process improvement, communication. It's improving what you do with your customers. There's not a lot of cash involved. It's mainly training, people, time. You can really get a significant payoff from that. Let's move to our second type of strategy. Growing our customer base. The first dealt with changing the distribution of it. Now we're growing it. And let's think about two growth strategies. The first is diffuse, and I'm going to describe that simply as growing the neutrals. In reality, we'll have some vulnerable sneak in, some loyal sneak in, but a diffuse, let's try to grow our customer base. And in fact, let's grow our neutrals by 10%. Our overall customer base by 10%, they're all neutrals. We grow our neutral segment from 500 to 600. You can see we grow enterprise value from 32.5 million to 35 million, a growth rate of 7.7% in enterprise value. Not bad. So we've grown our customer base by 10%. We've grown our enterprise value by 7.7%. Not bad. Now let's flip over. Let's look at it a different way. Instead, let's grow our loyal segment. Let's focus on, and what this would do, we say, who are our loyal customers? Who in our prospect base could be a loyal customer based on what we've learned, and let's focus our marketing and sales efforts on those customers. Here we're only growing our customer base by 5%. We're growing our loyals from 300 to 350. But you can see the enterprise value actually grows to $35.5 million, a growth of 9.2% in enterprise value. Again, not bad, but you're going to see more carryover from that. You're going to see referrals, more cross purchases of your other products, services. You can even reduce your costs for this segment. What are our takeaways? Well, one, it's a great tool for decision making. Two, frequently you'll find, not all the time, but frequently you're going to find this migration of customers from weaker to stronger really pays off. Lots of our clients find that by focusing on migrating existing customers instead of simply growing the entire customer size, it really pays off by changing these relationships. Third, focusing your efforts on growing loyals from the outside really pays off. And finally, think about this. If you're going forward to the executive team or the board with a proposal for an initiative, look at the impact on overall enterprise value. You're speaking their language. You're addressing things that they want to see happen, growing the overall enterprise value, and if you're publicly traded, the stock price. Hope you found this interesting. Send comments if you have them. Thank you.